Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today. I wanted to dive a bit into Steel and Amethyst. Purple-grey, pretty great color combo. You have some of the best early game tools with Steel to deal with aggro decks. You've got cards like Captain Hook, very strong, essentially a 3-2 challenger, you just incredible at shutting down Simba and Lilo and all this nonsense from those amber, green decks that you sometimes encounter. Prince Eric, another extremely strong card, 3-3 essentially for 2. And of course these are inkable if you don't need the early game, so generally we've got very, very solid early game with Steel. Your 3-drops in the purple are amazing. So we're running 3 of Rafiki in this deck. We've got so much early game that you kind of don't even need Rafiki. So only 3 of this. You could run even probably 2 or even less if you really wanted to. But it's a solid card, definitely. We've got the Elsa in there to make it such that our challenger units can actually attack the opponents before they have quested. So that can be solid, but yeah, you've got so many 3s. Even the Tinkerbell is very good as a 3-drop with that 4 health. It's just way better than most 3 ink cost cards. You can sometimes use the battle plans there, but more importantly, you can even shift the bigger Tinkerbell here on turn 4, which can be a really solid play sometimes. Dealing 1 damage to the board, that helps you clear up the aggro decks very easily. So this deck is like complete aggro crusher. You shouldn't really ever lose to those typical aggro things with this sort of a build, I feel like, unless you get horribly unlucky. We have the Grab Your Sword as well, which comes in on turn 5 or later, potentially can even be played for free because it's a song, so you can tap, one of your high-cost cards, deal 2 damage to their entire board, which, combine that with the Tinkerbell play, you're starting to just kill everything. Very effective board clears against the smaller units. So that, combined with Smash, lets you really deal with those units. A little bit harder to deal with the big threats from red and purple that can come a bit later in the game, things like the Elsas, the Maleficent, and these kind of things. Ursula can be a little annoying. So this deck can struggle a little bit against other control decks, and particularly those decks that go really tool, because we're much more focused on controlling the early game here and board clearing smaller units. But you definitely have some playability, as you'll see later in this video, against things like red-purple control. You have the card draw of Magic Mirror, of course, the Friends on the other side as well, and even the Queen, Maleficent, Ursula are all cards that let you continue with your steam, continue to output value and quest and whatnot. We've also got the Beast in the deck you could run 4 of. You probably should run 4 of this, but it's a tech card, run however many you want. Very good in the control matchups where you can destroy the Magic Mirror or whatever. That can be really impactful. So you definitely have some playability into purple because of the Beast. You could even run more artifact removal, item removal, I should say, with the 2 ink cost card that banishes an item. Got Simba in there as another finisher, win condition type thing, good against evasive units. You don't have to run this. You could consider swapping this out for more Ursulas, for more Elsas. Those are certainly your main win condition cards, other than just getting an early lead, trading effectively, and destroying the opponent's board, maybe having a Tinkerbell on board, maybe a Jafar, whatever, some 3 costs, 2 costs, can get you questing and winning the game that way. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward deck. We are very good in the early game. We have some purple in there to close out the late game and continue to card draw through. Purple, very, very powerful color, and Steel also really solid, especially if you're facing a lot of aggro decks. I would recommend this deck. It will just farm things with the Captain Hook early on, the Prince Eric, amazing cards, and purple, great color. So that's the deck, that's how it plays. Pretty straightforward stuff, I would say, and a very solid one. Let's play some games and you can see how the deck functions. All right, here we go. We're going first. Got some really good early game plays. Friends I think here. I'm not sure I'm going to need all these smashes, and Simba is certainly a bit late game, so there's an argument to keep a smash around, but I have quite a few really good tools for this early you know, for the early stages. I think I want to keep the rest of this. The friends is arguable. It's debatable as to whether we want that. And the threes as well. We might want to look for a 1 cost, you know, Captain Hook. But okay, perfect. We can get rid of Prince Eric. Since we have a second one in hand, I've got double Rafiki, which might be a bit much, but we're definitely going to be fine against aggro here in the early game. If the opponent ends up being on that. Okay, Rapunzel. Looks like Amber is usually going to be some kind of an aggro deck. Could be some value-based deck as well, but we're going to be the more controlling deck most likely here. Okay, Stitch. We like to see that. That's going to mean great things for the Prince Eric. I might want to play the Elsa in this particular game, as opposed to the... Well, we'll see. Maybe that Exert ability will be useful to slow the opponent down, deal with their units. We'll see what we draw. Hopefully a card that I can ink and keep all these options. I mean, it's a lot of 3-cost cards, so inking one of them is probably okay. Maybe do draw the Queen. I'm kind of tempted to just ink that for the moment. But then again, you know, we've got Rafikis. I think probably getting rid of Elsa makes sense. It's you know, a good card, but I shouldn't be under too much pressure here. I don't think I'll need to start exerting the enemy units. I think it is worth getting rid of it. Probably play, you know, maybe we even get rid of Maleficent. We'll see. Just because we have so many 3-drops already. Might have been arguably good to just mulligan those as well. The Friends on the other side is not really a 3-cost card, it's more a 0-cost card. Okay, Captain Hook. I think we're definitely inking that one. Of course, I'm not going to quest with Prince Eric, we just want to stay on the board here, I think. Oops. Definitely want to play Maleficent here. Just cycle through the hand a little bit. You can almost think of Maleficent like ramping 1 ink, you know, because you get an extra card, you can use that to ink. That's kind of how I think of it a lot of the time. Just a really, really powerful 3-cost card. Kind of makes you just want to play purple for this alone, honestly. This plus the Friends and the Rafiki. I mean, these cards are just so solid, really. So the opponent's in a pickle, you know, if they want to do questing, which they're probably... Okay, they're Steel and Amber, so... If they want to quest, they're probably the more aggressive deck here, then... They're going to, of course, be a bit vulnerable to my damage to my units. Okay, they're going to quest now that they've dealt with the Prince Eric, but we traded very nicely there. It was a 2 ink cost card for a much more expensive one. I'm tempted to just go for the Friends here. On to Maleficent. Of course, we could just, you know, kill both of their units, but maybe we can find a more favorable trade against the Stitch. And I want to sing this song to find some more options for myself. Let's get rid of one of these queens. And then we'll play Rafiki to deal with the Simba. Okay, perfect. This is going very well for us so far. I've had some interesting games with this deck. I played against some elusives, some evasives, I should say. Elusives, is that from Runeterra? Same difference really, isn't it? This deck can deal with quite a few things. I think the worst matchup is going to be, as I've already said, the red-purple combination. They have more in the way of big unit removal. We're much better at dealing with wide boards, like, you know, with what the opponent's doing. We can just use the Friends again, I think, here. We can just go crazy, draw some more cards. Very powerful play. Okay, interesting. I don't think I want to play the Pocket Watch. The matchup's not very slow, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to ink that. I could go for even more card draw, but here I think... in fact, I probably should, shouldn't I? I should have done that first, technically speaking. This card is just so broken, like the amount of plays I now have available. I could go with Smash, but I honestly don't even think I need to do that. Don't even think I need to do that. I'm just going to play the Queen, play another solid card. My board is looking a lot more healthy. Now, of course, they can trade the Simba into Maleficent, but that's going to really open up Tinkerbell to destroy everything here with the 1 damage. So Rapunzel could have been a bit scary, in fairness, if they'd wanted to go for that. I'm kind of surprised they didn't. Did they not have a Rapunzel play there? That would have been kind of strong. Okay, well, Jafar is certainly a pretty solid card, but I'm not sure I'm going to need it with the way things are looking. I'm going to have that Tinkerbell play now, of course. I do want to quest with the Queen. It's just, I mean, you know, use her ability, I should say. Okay, Captain Hook, we can get rid of that. The Rafiki, I'm probably just going to quest with, I think, this time. And let's just play that Tinkerbell. Very good value. Kills the Lilo and the Simba. The opponent's not really done any questing, so we should just be in a really good spot here to start slamming some later game plays. Gotta watch out for the opponent's board clear. They have steel, so you know they can play smashes, they can play the I forget the name of it, the 5 ink card that deals 2 damage to the board. Something about weapons, I don't know. Okay, we've got Stitch being played with the shift ability here. Pretty strong card if not dealt with. And they're trading Beast off, we're pretty fine with that, honestly. If we can find a way to deal with that Stitch, it would be lovely, because otherwise it's going to give the opponent quite a lot of card draw, maybe? Queen, just draw those cards, feel really good about that. I'll play Maleficent here. Okay, and now the Jafars are looking pretty damn strong, so I'm going to go with one of those. And we can quest with Tinkerbell. Start heading towards the win condition. Don't really want to quest with the Queen, I think, until you're in a position to sort of just win. Because that 1 card draw is really valuable, like, that is... It's insanely strong, honestly. I think this card's quite underrated. I don't see a lot of people playing it. Okay, I'm going to get a win there. Let's go for another game. Going first, feels good. We've got some late game cards. We're going to want to get rid of these. The Elsa, the Simba. Probably 1 smash, I don't think I need 2. Maybe even both. It's kind of it's better to play later on in the game, I feel like. Compared to early on, you're just going to trade evenly with the opponent, whereas later on it can save you in those tight spots. So I think I will actually get rid of it if the game lets me. It apparently doesn't, okay. A little buggy. Well, whatever. I'll keep this hand then. It's not the end of the world. The Friends I maybe would also want a mulligan because it's a little bit much maybe. Let's ink the Elsa here. Hopefully we can find a 1 or 2 cost card next turn. Got a lot of Rafikis, so we might end up getting rid of both Elsas here. Yeah, I would have liked to mulligan the Smash, I think. Maybe even the Friends as well. Friends is pretty strong, but it's certainly a bit better once you've already got board control. If you're not worried about that. Okay, I think we can get rid of Elsa. Because I've got Rafikis, so we've got turn 3 sort of sorted already. Elsa's a pretty good option, but you know, to play the 8 ink version onto it. But I'm not that worried. Just want to get the Rafiki out. Okay, Gaston is fine, we don't really care. Tinkerbell looks actually really good. So they're red-purple. Kind of going to be a bad matchup for us, I imagine. Let's get rid of the Smash. Play that Tinkerbell out. It trades very... Actually, it doesn't even trade favorably into the Gaston, but... It's going to be nice to have on the board, I think. Maybe we can shift the other Tinkerbell. Maybe we can find a way to deal with this Gaston, potentially. I would like to do friends, but that is going to sort of play into what the opponent's up to a little bit. I'm tempted to skip this particular mana gain turn. I know it's not very... doesn't feel very proper. I could just go with the friends, I guess. I think I still just do it. Maybe I should have played the Rafiki instead of the Tinkerbell, to be honest, but... We can do this and then maybe just shift out the Tinkerbell. That can be really strong, actually. I think I'm going to do that. It is 4, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like this play. Just get a really nasty unit on the board. And then we won't be vulnerable to the Gaston. I guess they can... I didn't realize it would come out exhausted. That's kind of awkward. But they can trade these units in if they want. Which is pretty good value for them, to be fair. Might have been better to go for the Jafar and just allow the Gaston to kill my other Tinkerbell. Probably would have been better for me, actually. But, I'm gonna not worry about it too much. Definitely this matchup is a bit scary. They're gonna have removal in the form of the red color. Ruby. And Tinkerbell's definitely one of my stronger cards, so I'm a little sad that it dies here. That's maybe a bit of a mistake. But hey, you can learn from my mistakes. Well, they've actually gone for the friends play here. Interesting. Okay. So Tinkerbell lives. I mean, it's not very... It's not that useful. I mean, I guess we can attack the Maleficent with it. Kill the other one. Is that how that works? I think it is. A little bit awkwardly, we kind of want... I think I might just keep the Tinkerbell around, to be honest. I mean, I could quest with it as well. But I think I just keep it around as a 4 damage thing. I need to ramp up, even though I want to play the Queen. I do want to play the Queen next turn, but I think I do need to keep ramping, so... For these Elses, let's kill that Maleficent and chill. Bit of a sketchy situation. This should be rough for us, but maybe we can find a way to win it. Would be cool. The issue is we don't quest very quickly, so you've got to imagine once we get to the late game, their big cards are going to pose quite a threat. I might have to start trying to play for questing, you know, trying to just rush them down, because I think we lose the long game. Oh my goodness, another Maleficent. It's really, really decent value for them. Hopefully we can, you know, use this Tinkerbell. I mean, it's not very easy for them to deal small amounts of damage, so that's something at least. Just got to keep inking. I hope I can get some card draw at some point. Let's play double Rafiki, we may as well. I'm not going to quest again. Same reason as before. Just want to keep that 4 damage available in case we need it. It's looking a bit grim, honestly. But yeah, this is kind of why the red-purple is considered to be best deck. Just kind of can do what this deck does, to admittedly to a lesser, you know, lesser ability, I guess you could say. Do I play the Tinkerbell here? Not that exciting. I'm very afraid though here. I think I need to just skip a turn, honestly. I'm gonna quest. I think I need to skip a turn because I kind of want to hold this power play. This is a bit of a power play next turn. Especially if they go with an Aladdin or something. I guess that's not even that relevant. But yeah, I don't really have enough cards to just be inking every single thing, I feel like. We have board presence, so... Okay, be prepared, yeah. Well, Magic Mirror is a really good draw here. I can actually start playing a bit of a longer game. Maybe I can find some item removal. Not the end of the world. Obviously, we're getting to the higher mana amounts, ink amounts, which is going to favor the opponent here. I wonder if I was supposed to, you know, ink one of these Tinkerbells, but I think it's fine. I'm going to use Magic Mirror again, and we can ink this Elsa. And we can play their friends, why not? Okay, we're getting the card draw. Okay, that's good. Having the mirror on board is really huge. I think we just need to utilize that as much as possible. Try to just draw cards continually here, really. I think again I'm gonna use the mirror. I think I want to just be using this as often as possible. I'll play Maleficent as well. And the Queen. We've got a lot of Tinkerbells. I mean, this is a solid card. I'm tempted to keep it around. I think the Queen's not going to be that useful. It's kind of removal bait. I could even choose to hold it here. I've got so many cards. I definitely will want to get to 8 mana, 8 ink. It's just a question of how exactly do we do that? Yeah, let's get rid of the Queen. I don't really see a situation where we play this. Maybe we could play it with the Magic Mirror on 9, I guess. But we've already got so many cards, we've already got card draw. I think we don't need that unit. Pretty good spot now, all of a sudden. Actually looks pretty okay. We can swing the board with the Tinkerbells. I imagine. They're going to get some quest value, but I'm not so concerned about them winning the quest, you know, battle, as it were. Provided they don't find more card draw, we're going to be feeling really good because, yeah, Magic Mirror is just very strong. If we are outpacing the opponent in terms of card draw, we're just going to be laughing, I think. Now, I could just play a Tinkerbell here and start clearing this stuff up. It's not that threatening, to be honest. It's not all that threatening. It could be an Elsa play, but I don't really want to give them a good Maleficent play. So I think we just continue to draw. Captain Hook can go. Keep the ink going up. I'll play Jafar's as a really solid unit to have right now, and I'm going to hold my friends. I don't want to allow the Gaston to trade. I'd rather not do that just yet. Really good for me. We can definitely outvalue them with the mirror. The Magic Mirror. Oh, what a card, man. You could play the Beast Mirror, but I just think it's quite a bit worse than this. Like in these kind of spots. Okay, do we want to deal with this yet? Or do we just continue on our, you know, on our Magic Mirror journey? I think we just continue. Here it would have been kind of nice to have, you know what, but it's okay. Do I get rid of the Simba? It's a pretty decent unit, but I don't think it'll be that useful, honestly. And I want to start playing these Tinkerbells out at this point. So we'll play one of those. And I'll just chill, I think. I don't want to open myself up to being traded. Oh, this is an interesting match. I thought we were kind of doomed. It looked really bad at the start. And with that Tinkerbell play I made, it was very awkward, but I think this just showcases the power of Magic Mirror. It's definitely arguable to play 3 of this card in your deck, as opposed to 2 of. There's one Dragonfire, that's fine. It's very fine. Opponent's in a bit of a pickle, they need to find their own mirror. In theory, we have ways to destroy the opponents. mirror and card draw. So feeling really good here. Let's do another draw. I think it's time for Tinkerbell. Just keep threatening the opponent. And now we can even start questing or using the friends. I think I'll use friends here for free. I should have technically done that first, but I think it's fine. Quest time, I think. I think it's time to quest. And of course we can get some mana. Do we want to do that? I quite like the idea of playing the pocket watch in this kind of a spot. Do we need the mana? The ink? Smash might be useful, but it might also not do all of that much. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it. Keep the ink flowing. We have so much card draw, we can really make that ink count go up. We're going to hope to push them out of the game before we run out of cards. That's going to be the idea. These plays are not very strong from the opponent. Of course they can do rush shenanigans with the pocket watch, but... Okay, they trade off the Jafar, that's fair enough. At this point, if we're trading card for card, we're very happy because we have the card draw engine, so we should be able to outpower them. Broom with Mickey and Pocket Watch, pretty strong. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. It might be time to get rid of this Mickey Mouse, honestly. It's kind of aggravating having that on the board. Let's go Magic Mirror Draw. Probably get rid of Maleficent at this point. I don't know that we need to play that. This is interesting, actually. Could also play Ursula. That's going to start ticking the questing, getting the questing going. I want to deal with the Mickey Mouse, but it's not super efficient to do it. I suppose the best play we've got here is to just Elsa them and oh, reconnecting. Curious. Okay. Oh no, don't give me perpetual sound in my ear. I'll play the Elsa. I'll just play it to deal with the Mickey Mouse here. Because I don't want them to just get continual value from the broom, you know, it's not really a good feeling. Can't see what's going on, okay. Got invalid deck on the screen again, guys. Woo! Love it when that happens. But hey, we've gotta work with what we've got here with this client. But hey, this game's going pretty well, I would say. We've still got the card draw engine. Now we just want to push ourselves into a spot where we can close the game out. Got to be a little careful of Be Prepared. That card can really grab your sword. That's what this is called, right? Maleficent's really strong. Really solid indeed. Time to just slam jam some Ursulas, I feel like. Or equally, could be Elsa. Could be Elsa. I don't really mind if they trade off the Tinkerbell. I think it's Ursula. Ooh, we did draw Smash. So I could kill that, but I think it's not really all that worth it, honestly. I don't know that I need more mana at this point, more ink. I think we're going to be okay. So I'm kind of on the vibe of just play the Maleficent here. And a Tinkerbell even. Okay, that's cool. Maybe we don't need the Pocket Watch. Do we need the Pocket Watch if we're not trading the units off? I think we don't really need it, honestly. Now they can, of course, clear this board with Be Prepared, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's a very scary board if they don't. And we're already up to 7. 7 lore. I think they still really need to find card draw. Ursula is such a good finisher, actually. Do really like this card. Could even run more of them. It's just very sticky, very difficult to deal with for a lot of decks, and can even help you against aggro, right? In the later stages, taking the lore is pretty good. Okay, we got the broom. Okay, Tinkerbell's dead. Feels bad. Feels very sad. And there's another Dragonfire, of course. Don't really care though if this Maleficent's just questing. I mean, it's not all that threatening. Kind of let them have that unit on the board and just go toe to toe with them here. Could do battle plans. I think it's just another Ursula, you know, it's such a good unit to just slam here and threaten the questing. Get some card draw. I'll draw with Magic Mirror. Still good to keep the draws coming, I think. And we could play Prince Eric for a bit more. Yeah, I think I'll play Prince Eric. Getting rid of the Captain Hook kind of feels like it makes sense. You know, we can still use a bit more ink, especially if we play another Magic Mirror. I'm hoping my little weenies can quest us to victory here, potentially. Just want to make it awkward for the opponent to use Be Prepared, you know? Okay, they're going to play it. Makes sense. And Aladdin as well. Pretty strong, but we've still got plenty of cards. Even have Elsas and stuff that I can play. I think it might be Elsa time. I'm a little afraid of Jim jamming Elsa. Maybe let's draw a card first. Ooh, Beast I like the look of here. Just get rid of the pocket watch, limit the opponent's options. A little afraid of the Aladdin trading with my stuff, but the value is just really good here. I think we just play some units. Man, having this Magic Mirror has just been the game deciding factor. What a card. Especially against red-purple, they don't have any way to remove items. There's an argument to play more item removal in this deck. That could give you maybe the edge in this matchup, actually. But of course you're going to sacrifice some of your win rate against Elsa. We don't like to see that. That's really good for the opponent. Gives some good Aladdin trade here. Of course we have Tinkerbell and stuff, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, they actually trade into the Prince Eric. Interesting. I was expecting them to kill the Beast, but that kind of makes sense. Might be time to just jam my own Elsa. Gets pretty interesting now, doesn't it? Gets pretty interesting. I think I need my own Elsa on the board. Let's freeze their units. They got really good Aladdin value there, but it's not the end of the world. Let's get another Prince Eric down, I'm fine with that. Let's do a bit of questing. I need to start trying to close this game out before things get a little out of hand. We gotta hope they don't draw just win-con into win-con into win-con like this. That's pretty nasty. Oh, it's pretty nasty. This is when this stuff feels a bit painful. So we've got a free Grab Your Sword. Deals 2 damage. We can smash. We can kill Aladdin with one of our crappy units. The Ursula, I think, is just going to have to be left on the board. Elsa maybe as well. I want to start questing, really. I need to deal with that Aladdin. So we're definitely going to play Grab Your Sword. It's just a question of... I think we use Beast here to... I guess I could have traded my Elsa into theirs. That probably would have been good, but... kind of don't want to do that. There's kind of an argument actually not to even just to pay the cost of this. I think I'm gonna magic mirror first here. Ooh, two of them. That makes things really interesting. Because now we can actually, yeah, this has got to be good. We can just kill the Aladdin straight up. It's got to be strong, I think. I can also kill the Elsa. Guess I'll use Prince Eric. I think we magic mirror here and draw again. I'm running out of cards in my deck a little here. We might run out of juice. We'll see. We'll see. It depends what they draw. If they draw well, it might be tough. If they don't draw so well, then I think we're going to be in a... Okay, Archimedes, that's good. That's crap. Elsa, less crap. Certainly less crap. Pretty good unit. Still got some threats. Certainly still have some threats. We're going to want to use the smash, I think, to kill that Ursula. Let's draw more cards here. Got to keep it going. Now we don't want to be inking anything, that's for sure. I think we're in a bit of a race situation. I'm just going to play my Tinkerbell out without shifting. I'm going to quest as well. And we just need to be... We need to get going, really. Yeah, I think we don't want to play a unit here. We don't want to ink a unit, rather, and play the Elsa. I think we just want to keep all of the resources that we have now. And hope to finish this game out with the cards that we have. Queen's pretty nasty. I don't want to let them draw cards with that, so I'm going to probably play my Elsa to deal with it. Tinkerbell on board. Honestly, I can deal some real damage here with that as well. Feeling pretty good. Okay, they're questing. Ooh, that's not going to work, I think, Mr. Opponent. That's not going to work. Interesting. I think I want to trade the Tinkerbell off now. I want to trade the Tinkerbell off, kill the Queen with Smash, and then just jam some units. Let's go Maleficent to start with. I'm a little afraid of the top deck to be prepared, but there's no way, right? There's no way that's happening. Surely. I think we trade this off. Lets me hold on to my Elsa, which we might need. Hit the Queen, smash the Queen. And yeah, I'm gonna drop the Simba plus Captain Hook. It's time to just go all in. We've got the win now. If they don't draw, be prepared. Took it very slow this game with the magic mirrors, but I think in the end that was the correct decision. We did manage to get there. We utilized the card draw to outvalue even the really solid removal and late game threats of the opponent there. So very nice. You can beat red purple with red grey, with red steel. Very nice. With purple steel even. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you maybe learned something, or that this was interesting. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.